Welcome back to WaterparkRangers, and Let's Play Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. In the last episode, we returned from Glitzville with Mario to Roadport, and we're checking out some things that we can get with Trogdor on our side now, using him to cross that little gap that you couldn't get across before. It's a little bit of tricky platforming, but you'll get it. Use the Super Boots jump here to get the star piece, and then hover over to the next roof using Yoshi, or Trogdor rather. And there's another star piece around here, but first you want to get the Shine Sprite that's on top of this rooftop. It's pretty obvious, but I'm pretty sure that some people have missed it just because they weren't focusing on the back. And there's some more stuff hidden back here if you want it. You can hover across here using... I aimed it wrong. Let me just try that again. Yeah, those are really annoying. I used to fail so hard at the platforming of this earlier, though. I've gotten a lot better, if you can believe it. Even if you can't, it's a fact. So there's another Shine Sprite. We're going to turn back and get that other thing that was on the roof that we missed. Maybe I should have honestly done this before going across the Trogdor to save time, but I kind of forgot that it was back there. Oh well. At least it'll help us get our platforming ante up a little bit. Because I have to admit, even if you've played this game through on your third time, which, like I'm doing now, the platforming can still be tricky at times. Anyway, there's this... Aw, crap, I fell. Hold on, I'm going to cut ahead. Yeah, there's a star piece hidden behind this little thing in the roof right there. Remember it, but don't worry too much about it for now. I just did a brief cut there because that guy has some stories to tell. I'm not going to show you them, but you can talk to him. It costs, like, I think 5 coins per tale. And there's stories about the backstory of the game, about the legend surrounding the Thousand-Year Door, actually. So if you want to get a good amount of extra backstory in the game, which I highly recommend because... You know, I think story is an important part of any game, even if it's just a Mario game. The Paper Mario games are a lot more about story anyway. I would suggest paying the money to figure it out, because then it'll give just more depth to what you're doing. You'll just enjoy the game world more if you know more about it. So I grabbed another star piece that was concealed there in the ground. It's easy to forget which pipe goes where. Even now, like I said, on the third time, I still get turned around in the Roadport sewers because so many of the things look the same. Like, both of these have bars you can slip behind. This is the one that's going to take us on a route which I know will lead quickly to the Thousand-Year Door, in addition to something else that we can get now that we have the Super Hammer. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Or rather, the Hammer Whack 5000, was that it? Yeah, I know they mentioned the exact brand of hammer in the chapter, that was amazing. So, you can jump on top of those switches, after you break that with the Hammer Whack whatever. Get another Shine Sprite, we're just raking these in this episode. Always when you return to Roadport, plenty of Shine Sprites to be had. And, god, the Super Boots are such a pain. So I went up those 2 blue pipes there, and they didn't seem to do anything. Well, they do. It's just, they lead back to levels that you've already been by this point. So one of those is going to take you to Petalburg, and the other is going to take you to, the Great Boggly Tree. So, those are just good shortcuts, that way you don't have to find the exact pipe that goes back to each land. And it's good for if you're doing some side quests, and don't want to spend as much time backtracking, but trust me, most of the side quests that you do that I'm not showing you on the notice board are just really annoying. It's not fun to go back to levels to get some meager coin reward, when honestly you win enough money just fighting normal enemies and stuff in the game already. There's no reason to go out of your way and do every quest. I'm pretty sure you don't get anything extra from completing the notice board. If I really wanted to find out, on my first file I have nearly every little thing on the notice board complete, except for the stuff after you cleared Chapter 8. Yes, there is a post-game, but what's there is just mostly what you forgot to get before. There's not really anything added per se in the post-game. Just a couple trivial things here and there. Figured I'd mention it now because I'm not really going to be doing a big post-game segment. It's just going to be the end game, really. And maybe a little something extra. But let's not talk about that, because we are actually on... Well, we're making our way towards Chapter 4. This is kind of like the interlude, sort of the Mario intermission. It's weird, there's like 3 intermissions before every act if you think about it, technically. I mean, before every chapter, there's one for Peach, one for Bowser, and one for Mario. And I thought Homestuck had a weird layout. Hey, that shows us where the 4th crystal star is. Can that Frankly guy read it? That'd be cool, but first we better tell him what Princess Peach's email said, right? Oh, yeah. Good thinking, Trogdor. You're very fast on your feet. Get it? Because you're very quick as a Yoshi. And you can handle my incredible girth. What? Oh, finally, Professor Frankly does the huge exclamation. The group that kidnapped Princess Peach is bent on total world conquest. Uh-huh, you got that right. That's why those jerks need that legendary treasure. This doesn't bode well. The situation has gotten far more serious than I thought. Let me bring you up to speed. I've been researching just what this treasure could be. One book I came across held to what I thought was a preposterous theory. This book claimed that the treasure was, in actuality, the Great Cataclysm, the very cataclysm that, 1,000 years ago, sank that town underground.
So these jerks think the power of that cataclysm will help them rule the world?
I can't say for sure what they will do or why, but we must consider the possibility. Now that things have come to this, we mustn't let them near the legendary treasure. That's all that matters, because if they do get it, then once again this town, no, the entire world could be destroyed.
Then out with it, Prof. We gotta find that next crystal star super quick.
According to the map, it appears the next crystal star is in Twilight Town.
Twilight Town?
To tell you the truth, I don't know much about the place myself, only rumors. I have heard that, as the name implies, it's perpetually dim and eerie there. Wait just a moment. He's going to get his big book of stuff and things. He didn't even grab it, it just spawned out of his hands. Aha! There appears to be a pipe to Twilight Town, somewhere here in Rogueport. I do believe it's somewhere underneath the west part of town. Yes, definitely. If you get stuck for any reason, just come back and see me again, okay?
Under the ground in the west part of the town? Check. Gotcha, Prof. Come on, Gonzalez, let's go. Time to break out.
Time to break out in hives. I'm allergic to Yoshis. But actually, the funny thing is I never really noticed. Yoshi always calls him Prof. There's actually a ton of different dialogue you can get, depending on what NPC you have by you at the time. I know that if you try and hack in, like through Action Replay, a party member earlier than you should, you don't get extra dialogue for them in chapters that they shouldn't be appearing in. For example, if we got Yoshi like to appear back in Chapter 2 through an Action Replay, and then brought him to the professor, it would just glitch the game, because Yoshi wouldn't have anything to say, because he shouldn't be in the game by that point. I'm not sure if they just like lace like some other party member's dialogue over him, like Goombella's. That would be really weird, because all the characters do have a distinct voice, and I'm not talking about the dumbass like voices that I give them. I'm talking about the way that their dialogue is written. It's actually really tough, as a writer, I find, to give people distinct voices. There's an art to that as well. And Paper Mario Thousand Year Door does this fantastically. Let's see. Out of these items, which should we choose? Oh man, Jam and Jelly, that will come in useful later on. I would recommend not buying too many of these because you're going to find them just on your journey. You're going to come across them. And believe me, the more that you hold up, because you want to use them later in really desperate situations, they're going to fill up your inventory, and you'll find that you're really running out of space quickly. In fact, it's quite easy to already have a full inventory by Chapter 1. I kind of always wish they gave you, like, double the item space just from the start instead of having you earn it through that optional Hit 100 Trials thing. Which, once again, we're not going to be doing before... we're not going to be doing that too early, because I don't want us to get a bunch of unnecessary levels. And plus, that place is really repetitive, so sometimes it's just not fun doing most of those floors. There are some challenging ones, but yeah, that's not really a topic, once again, that I want to discuss at this moment. This is a kind of annoying platforming segment, because once again, Mario's jump is so limited in this game. Yeah, I cut ahead right there. As you can tell, I'm still doing these in post. Probably not going to switch to like simultaneous commentary until my next LP. And even then, I don't know. We're going to have to see. It depends on the situation. My whole recording style's actually kind of changed now that I've started up at college. Gotta time this well so that I'm not annoying people or having extra sounds pick up. Sort of a pain to get new episodes done, but I'm managing. For you, my fans! The pipe rejected you?
What, is it because I'm too fat?
Yeah, we couldn't fit down the pipe. Actually, there's something weird with that. I'll explain it in a second after we just have one of these random battles here. Oh, we finally got a level up, right, because Macho Grubba only gave us 99 EXP. Or what I meant to say is Macho Grubba got us up to 99 EXP, and we finally just got that one extra star point that we needed. Anyhow, as I was going to mention, that thing about the pipe rejecting you, it's part of this extra little thing that you just have to do before you can use the pipe to go to Twilight Town. Normally it's the kind of thing that I would find really annoying, just because it's an extra roadblock, which kind of serves no purpose other than to just extend the game by like 2.5 minutes for tedious backtracking. But it is kind of quirky, I suppose, the way it's solved. So I guess I can let it slide. If it's quirky, I'll let it slide. This is what I get for playing the Mother series. I'll let anything slide in an RPG, no matter how bullshit, as long as it's quirky and amusing. And it is both of those things. But anyway, as long as we're on our way back, might as well drop by here and check out the badge shop. They usually have different things available. I'm not sure how often they change up their stocks, but it seems to be pretty frequent. Anyway, any of these things could be useful. Well, I'm sure they're all useful, it's just I don't know if I want to use them. Maybe having at least one might be a good idea. Power Rush P is going to help us out in a pinch, that's for sure. As for any of these others, nah. Alright, so that was just one thing that we ended up picking up as long as we were in the neighborhood, so to speak. Also, remember to keep checking behind the little billboard back there if you ever want to get new information from random NPCs and chapters you've already been in. It seems like they changed it up just about every chapter, but sometimes they also have extra little things that happen in between chapters for specific events, which I didn't know in the past, and I only found it out in this playthrough. That's a sign of a good game when there's a lot of sure extra content, mostly in the form of dialogue you haven't found, just scattered around the world, extra text. I love that stuff. Professor, we found the pipe that leads to Twilight Town, but it totally didn't work. It just pushes you right back out. We can't get through. What? You can't get through the pipe, you say? How odd. I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest idea of what you should do. Oh, of course. I've heard that a fellow from Twilight Town lives here in Rogueport. If anybody knows how to get through the pipe, it'll be him. His name was, dang, what was it? Ah, yes, the lover of dark places. Darkly! I've seen him loitering right here in this part of town in the past. Look for Darkly. Alright, so he's actually hidden really close nearby. You know how there's this little area hidden back here that we checked out in the beginning? It's this fellow here. Hi there. The name's Darkly. Do you guys need something? Huh? You want to know how to get through the pipe to Twilight Town? Couldn't be easier. You just need to have something that has your name written on it. Don't you have anything that has your name written on it? Come on, everyone does. No? Really? Okay, hang on. I'll write it for you. What's your name? Mario, huh? Okay. I'll write it here on the seat of your overalls. M-A-R-I-O, right? No, it's Greg Gonzalez. Weren't you listening? There. Perfectamundo. While I'm at it, I'll write your partner's name, too. What's your name? Gumbella. Tee-hee, that tickles. I don't know what errand is taking you to Twilight Town, but I hope it goes well. I'll be rooting for you. Thank you, Darkly. Just remember to call me Greg Gonzalez next time. That is what I go by. I actually really love the title Greg Gonzalez. It's pretty epic. I wonder if Mario's ever been called Greg Gonzalez in any of the other Mario games, let alone the Paper Mario series. I don't know if they ever bring it up again after 1000 Year Door. Kinda wish they did. Because Gonzalez is actually a suitable extra name for Mario. It's a great alter ego. Alright, star pieces. Let's see. Anything else that we can pick up? We have 11, so... I don't know. I kind of want to save up, perhaps, to get one of the 15s. But Pretty Lucky is also a good investment, because luck is a great thing to have on your side. I think I've explained luck before in this game. Luck will just make it so that more attacks miss you. It's not like your aim becomes any better, it's just enemies are going to miss you more frequently the luckier you are. With Pretty Lucky, it's not like it's going to be something you consistently start seeing, but it'll happen occasionally. Like every once in a while, you'll get lucky with Pretty Lucky. Equip a few more Pretty Luckies, and the chance that you'll be able to get that lucky effect will go up. So look for Pretty Lucky badges, they're very useful. There's also, of course, a Pretty Lucky P, which works on your partner. In order to find more Pretty Luckies, here's what I suggest. I'm not really going to be doing any grinding for them, but if you want to find some more, there's the area right outside where there's the Twilight Town pipe, and there's those little yellow spike-headed Spinias, or whatever they're called. They sometimes carry Pretty Luckies, and there's a rare chance that they'll drop that Pretty Lucky badge after you defeat them in battle, and they have the badge on them. A more efficient way to do this is to get one of the hidden optional party members in the game, who can actually steal items right off of enemies if you time this move right. This is, once again, just one of those things that I'm going to explain more about once it becomes relevant. That seems to be a running theme of this episode. Anyway, the area that I'm talking about that you can grind is down here, with this little the little Spinias right down there where you can fall down there with Yoshi and fight a few. Later on, those Spinias disappear and get replaced with other enemies, so you want to do the grinding earlier if you want those Pretty Lucky badges. Anyway, we're going to be going to Chapter 4 next episode, so I'll see you then.